Rosemary Ann Harris is an English actress and a member of the American Theatre Hall of Fame. She is a 9-time Tony Award nominee, winning Best Actress in a Play in 1966 for The Lion in Winter. She has also been nominated for an Academy Award and a BAFTA Award and has won a Golden Globe, an Emmy, an Obie, and 4 Drama Desk Awards. She is the mother of actress Jennifer Ehle. Early life: Harris was born in Ashby de la Zouch, Leicestershire, the daughter of Enid Maud Francis and Stafford Berkeley Harris. One of her grandmothers, born into a family of boyars in Munteenia, was Romanian. Her father was in the Royal Air Force and as a result, Harris' family lived in India during her childhood. She attended convent schools, and later studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art from 1951 to 1952. Career: early in her acting career, she gained experience in English repertory theatre. In 1948, she acted in Kiss and Tell It Eastbourne with Tilsa Page and John Clark before training at RADA. She first appeared in New York in 1951 in Moss Hart's Climate of Eden, and then returned to Britain for her West End debut in The 7-Year Itch, which ran for a year at the Aldwych. She then entered a classical acting period in productions with the Bristol Old Vic and then the Old Vic. Her first film followed, Beau Brummel with Stuart Granger and Elizabeth Taylor, and then a touring season with the Old Vic brought her back to Broadway in Tyrone Guthrie's production of Troilus and Cressida. She met Ellis Rabb, who had plans to start his own producing company on Broadway. By 1959, the Association of Producing Artists was established, and she and Rabb were married in December of that year. In 1962, she returned to Britain and Chichester Festival Theatre during its opening season when the director was Laurence Olivier. She appeared as Elena in Olivier's celebrated 1962-63 Chichester production of Uncle Vanya. In 1964, she was Ophelia to Peter O'Toole's Hamlet in the inaugural production of the Royal National Theatre of Great Britain. Returning to New York, she worked further with the APA, and then was cast as Eleanor of Aquitaine in The Lion in Winter, a performance that garnered her a Tony Award in 1966. Rabb directed her one last time as Natasha in War and Peace in 1967, the same year they agreed to divorce. A little while later, Harris married the American writer John Ehle. They settled in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where their daughter, Jennifer, was born in 1969. Jennifer Ehle followed in her mother's footsteps by becoming a noted film, television and Broadway actress. Ehle and Harris played the young and elderly incarnations, respectively, of the same character in Istvo and Saba Cubed's film Sunshine, about a Hungarian Jewish family, as well as playing the young and old Calypso in the adaptation of The Chamomile Lawn by Mary Wesley. Harris appeared in the rotating cast of the off-Broadway staged reading of Wit and Wisdom. In 2007, she received the North Carolina Award for Fine Arts. Her husband, John Ehle, won the same award in 1972 for literature. In 2002, she appeared as Aunt May Parker in the first film adaptation of Spider-Man, reprising the role in the sequels Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. Work: stage, The Road to Mecca, December 16, 2011–March 4, 2012, Miss Helen, Broadway revival, The Royal Family, October 8 December 13, 2009, Fanny Cavendish, Broadway revival, Oscar and the Lady in Pink, January 15 February 10, 2008, George Street Playhouse, Oscar and the Lady in Pink, September, 2007, solo performance Old Globe Theatre, San Diego, Wit and Wisdom, March 2003, ArcLight Theatre, Off-Broadway original, Waiting in the Wings, December 16, 1999 May 28, 2000, May Davenport, Broadway original play, A Delicate Balance, April 21, 1996 September 29, 1996, Agnes, Broadway revival, An Inspector Calls, April 27, 1994 May 28, 1995, Sybil Bling, Broadway revival, Lost in Yonkers, February 21, 1991 January 3, 1993, Grandma Kernitz, Broadway original, Hay Fever, December 12, 1985 March 29, 1986, Judith Bliss. Broadway revival, Pack of Lies, February 11, 1985 May 25, 1985, Barbara Jackson, Broadway original, Heartbreak House, December 7, 1983 February 5, 1984, Hesian Hushaby, Broadway revival, The Royal Family, December 30, 1975 July 18, 1976, Julie Cavendish, Broadway revival, A Streetcar Named Desire, April 26, 1973 July 29, 1973, Blanche Du Bois, Broadway revival, The Merchant of Venice, March 1, 1973 April 7, 1973, Portia, Broadway revival, Old Times, November 16, 1971 February 26, 1972, Anna, Broadway original, War and Peace, March 21, 1967 June 17, 1967, Natasha, Broadway original, You Can't Take It With You, February 10, 1967 February 1967, Alice Sycamore, Broadway revival, The Wild Duck, January 11, 1967 June 17, 1967, Gina, Broadway revival, We, Comrades 3. December 20, 1966 December 1966, Young Woman, Broadway original, Right You're If You Think You Are, November 22, 1966 December 1966, Signora Ponza, Broadway revival, The School for Scandal, November 21, 1966 January 1967, Lady Teazle, Epilogue, Broadway revival, The Lion in Winter, March 3, 1966 May 21, 1966, Eleanor, Broadway original, You Can't Take It With You, November 23, 1965. June 18, 1966, Alice Sycamore, Broadway revival, Uncle Vanya, Chichester Festival Theatre, The Tumbler, February 24, 1960 February 27, 1960, Lenny, Broadway original, The Disenchanted, December 3, 1958 May 16, 1959, Jer Halliday, Broadway original, Interlock, February 6, 1958 February 8, 1958, Hilda, Broadway original, Troilus Cressida, December 26, 1956 January 12, 1957, Cressida, Broadway revival, The Climate of Eden. November 13, 1952 November 22, 1952 Mabel, Broadway original, Filmography, This Means War, Is Anybody There? Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, Spider-Man 3, Being Julia, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man, Blow Dry, The Gift, My Life So Far, Sunshine, Hamlet, Looking for Richard, Death of a Salesman, Tom and Viv, The Bridge, The Delinquents, Crossing Delancey, The Chisholms as Minerva Chisholm, The Boys from Brazil, Holocaust, Notorious Woman A Flea in Her Ear, Beau Brummel, Awards and Nominations, 1953, Theatre World Award, The Climate of Eden, 1966, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, The Lion in Winter, 1972, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Performance, Old Times, 1972. Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, Old Times, 1973, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Performance, A Streetcar Named Desire / The Merchant of Venice, 1976, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Actress in a Play, The Royal Family, 1976, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, The Royal Family, 1976, Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series, Notorious Woman, 1978, Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series, Holocaust, 1978, Golden Globe Award for Best Television Actress in a Drama, Holocaust. 1984, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Actress in a Play, Heartbreak House, 1984, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, Heartbreak House, 1985, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Actress in a Play, Pack of Lies, 1985, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, Pack of Lies, 1986, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, Hay Feather, 1994, National Board of Review Award for Best Supporting Actress, Tom and Viv, 1994, Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, Tom and Viv, 1996, Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Actress in a Play, A Delicate Balance, 1996, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, A Delicate Balance, 2000, Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play, Waiting in the Wings, 2001, Golden Satellite Award for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role, Drama, Sunshine. 2002, Obie Award, Performance, All Over, 2010, Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Play, The Royal Family, see also, References. External links, Rosemary Harris at the Internet Movie Database, Rosemary Harris at the Internet Broadway Database, Rosemary Harris at the Internet Off-Broadway Database, presenting Rosemary Harris website, articles and images, Rosemary Harris a Downstage Center interview at AmericanTheatreWing.org.